Welcome everyone to the ESL MKX Pro League presented by Xbox. My name is Dustin Kane, and of course joining me is none other than Brian Compton. Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm feeling great, sir. Thank you for asking. Excellent to be here. Very good to be back.
Absolutely.
Of course, the last time we all got to hang out together was at the Fatal 8 exhibition tournament, which was a great time. We actually have two of those competitors here tonight.
Yes.
We have our champion,
Sonic Fox, of course.
And the great Perfect Legend. So definitely good luck to both of them.
Absolutely.
Just to recap some of that hype for you guys, we put together a montage, and we're going to show that to you right now.
Check it out, guys.
Get hyped, ladies and gentlemen. $7,500 is on the line today. We crown the champion of the Fatal 8. Let's get started.
Oh, here we go. And our first fatality of the tournament. He's getting
opened up.
Balled in the corner, and wow. And there it is. The first brutality.
The brutality!
Can you get out of this? Oh! I don't believe it! Wow! It was a double KO. Carl now pressing in the corner. Oh, jump out. Perfect time, but there's the spin!
Oh my gosh.
Wow. He makes that big adjustment that he needs to make.
All right,
okay,
that works.
Starts off.
Slow it out. Hits that bar.
Still in touch. Okay, very insistent. Overhead. Okay, let's see what he can do.
Oh! Overhead.
Still has the standing and goes for the grab. Look at all that bar he's working on still.
Here it comes.
And Tyrant seals the deal.
Oh, and a punish. It's going to be a good amount of damage for Forever King, and he's pushing him towards the corner. That's exactly what he wants.
He has to break.
Nice.
There we go.
It's getting very close here. Oh, lands neutral, and there it is.
That's it. 5-1 to Met.
Wow, Sonic Fox is on a mission.
Just needs one hit right now.
Nice hands here.
Carl just needs one hit as well.
Oh my God!
Is he not going to get it? Is he not going to get it?
This is it.
That's it!
MIP!
This is exactly where Sonic Fox wants to keep him. It's,
Oh,
wow.
neutral air.
Safe. Oh, dashes in. This
No
could be
way.
it. And that's going to be it.
Sonic Fox!
Champion, the Fatal 8. Man, what an incredible tournament that was to be around all the great casters as well as just the talent. I know for a fact my favorite moment was when MIT played Perfect Legend, and it really showed off this game's variations where he wasn't really cutting it with ninjutsu, so he switched to Inferno, and he was able to overcome Perfect Legend.
And make an amazing comeback.
Yeah, absolutely.
My favorite moment for sure was Reinhardt versus Perfect Legend.
Yeah.
Amazing match. Reinhardt showing off some amazing skills. The match extension.
That
was so cool.
Probably the coolest moment.
Everybody was on their feet. I didn't even know what happened at first. Took me a second. And of course, the double brutality. We got to show off the brutalities in that match for the first time as well.
Very cool. That was
Exciting
very
stuff
cool.
for sure.
Yeah, and remember, guys, you can also be a part of the action. Just sign up at esl.gg/MKX Pro League, where you can not only compete for $1,000 every week, but also qualify for the finals here in Burbank, California, where we'll fly out the top 16 players from around the world to battle out for an amazing prize pool. And also, for everyone that wants to check out this Blue Steel skin, every purchase of this skin goes not only to the prize pools of ESL, but all the grassroots tournaments as well. Combo Breaker got $10,000, as did CEO. So check out that Blue Steel skin, guys.
Yeah, and speaking of the top 16, let's talk about this bracket tonight.
Oh, the bracket.
Yeah, definitely a lot of familiar faces, as anticipated, some top players.
Of course.
But I think what's very exciting to me is we have a lot of unfamiliar names.
Yeah, and you know, that's the beauty of this tournament. I mean, not everyone has an amazing sponsor that they can travel out, go to all these offline events, so it gives the other players that are very good and talented but can't travel to kind of show off what they're worth, if you will. And I think that's a really, really cool and neat thing. That's why I love this this tournament in general. And make sure you guys are also following that Twitch bot in chat. Predict for your chance to win awesome prizes.
Yeah, definitely. I really hope to see some huge upsets tonight. With that being said, guys, if you want to stay updated on all things Mortal Kombat, make sure you follow us on Twitter at ESL Mortal Kombat, at NetherRealm, and of course, check us out on Facebook.
Absolutely. And we're going to go ahead and get into our very first match, which is the storied rivalry of East Coast versus West Coast. We have WoundCowboy and MK Rio for the first top 16 match here for you guys tonight.
That old story, the East v West.
I mean, it's been going on since
2011,
MK9, Injustice. I mean, it's been continuous almost as long as you and I have been part of the FGC in general, especially NRS games, MK Rio definitely one of the best players, if not the best. His resume in MK9, his tournament, precedes him. I mean, he's won so many different tournaments. He's been top at EVO as well.
Yeah.
And then you also have WoundCowboy, who... NorCal. He played a character, Shang Tsung, which was, you know, widely regarded as mid-tier. Had some good tools, but wasn't really, you know, seen as a huge threat.
Or used frequently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And WoundCowboy just comes in and started winning tournaments, started doing very well for himself, as well as in Justice, he played Sinestro. So he likes to play that very zony type playstyle where he kind of makes you make mistakes and then he capitalize on it. But, you know, neither of those characters are in this game.
Correct. I've actually seen him recently use Sub-Zero, which I think would be an interesting choice for him because obviously Rio has plenty of experience playing a very solid Sub-Zero.
Tom Brady, of course. Shout out to Tom Brady. Yeah, that's true. And he also was playing very early, though, in the Shang Tsung Fight Night. So he may have found a different character. Maybe he's playing Shinnok, who, in a sense, is similar.
Yeah, I saw some people suggest that to
Yeah.
him. They're like, man, you should try Shinnok.
So it's really interesting to see if that's the character he's playing. But again, it's just East Coast versus West Coast. I mean, we'll never escape this. There's so many great players on either side of the country, and it's going to be awesome. And I also want to see if anyone's going to be using Jason in this tournament. Jason is or excuse me, not this tournament, but in the upcoming cup. I want to see if anyone's going to be playing Jason. He's brand new. He's really fun. If you guys haven't had a chance to kind of, you know, break down the character, he's so cool. I love him. You've seen Jason as well.
Yeah, he has a really unique playstyle. He has a lot of stuff that we haven't seen before. Some cool new moves. I'm really curious to see how these top players are going to utilize those tools.
Yeah.
You know, to win the match.
Oh man, it's. So let's real quick. I just want to talk about Sonic Fox because obviously he's in this top 16.
Yes.
Sonic Fox has only actually lost one time.
To one person.
To one person in all the preseason cups as well as the Fatal 8.
Right.
And that is
MK Rio. Who is also in the top 16.
Who's playing in the top 16, who we're about to watch play right now. But I'm also... It's funny you mentioned Sub-Zero and WoundCowboy because I'm not quite sure if that character necessarily fits Cowboy's playstyle. Again, we just talked about how he's much more of a zoning type player. He likes to stay full screen. Although Sub-Zero can do that with his clone in the Grandmaster variation.
Right.
He still doesn't get much zoning as he just gets his freeze. Is he able to adapt that and play a more rushdown game? We've seen him play rushdown with Shang Tsung, so that's going to be really interesting as well to see.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get into this match and see who these guys pick and see where they go. And of course, since the Fatal 8, that was the first time we got to see really high-level gameplay. And obviously those guys, it was before the game came out, they really only had 2 days. They've had a lot more time to hit the lab, to do what they need to do to learn the matchups, to learn, you know, they've had more time with the game.
Absolutely, and remember,
higher level play.
The Fatal 8 was home. They only had 2 days.
Yeah,
2 days to prepare for that game. That was it. They had 2 days and just raw talent. Now the game has been out almost a month, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And these players are evolving ever so fast.
Oh yeah.
Different character. I mean, variations that we thought weren't even that good. For instance, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself on blast here.
I was waiting for you to do that. Let's talk about it.
I didn't really think that Aaron Black's other variations were very good. I didn't like his marksman because I thought that, you know, his gun was too slow, the big gun for up close combos.
For the way you play.
For the way I play, and I also didn't really like his outlaw one where he's using his pistols. I've recently been seeing some of the stuff that Sonic Fox is doing with the marksman variation.
Yeah.
And I was so wrong. So
it happens, man.
Speaking of Sub-Zero, by the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, why don't we just show you a little bit about Sub-Zero and our recent combo class featuring the Blue Lin Kuei himself.
Absolutely.
You approach me as a foe.
Depends on who's asking.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Kuai Liang, known as Sub-Zero, is the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. In Mortal Kombat X, Sub-Zero uses 3 variations that cater to players who enjoy freezing and punishing their opponent.
Death is more honor than you deserve.
First up, Cryomancer. This ice weapon variation caters to an aggressive playstyle. Forward XY is a quick opener that can transition into a freeze, or press Y a second time to complete the combo string and launch your opponent into the air.
You will know the sting of winter.
The Grandmaster variation provides the ability to generate ice clones. These clones can be used as projectiles or as a defensive decoy, freezing your opponent on impact. Not only is the Ice Clone a great tool for defense, it also allows Sub-Zero to extend combos and control the pace of the match by trapping your opponent.
You only make this easier.
The Unbreakable variation focuses on defense. Frozen Aura and Barrier of Frost are great defensive tools. They can also be used to maintain your offensive momentum and clear the battlefield of projectiles. Each variation allows Sub-Zero to control the tempo of the match. Bring the pain in Cryomancer. Lock down your opponent in Grandmaster. Or trade blow for blow in Unbreakable.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're finally ready to get into this first match, which is going to be MK Rio versus WoundCowboy, East Coast, West Coast, NorCal, New York. We're just gonna jump right into it. And remember, these are 3 out of 5
Definitely,
games.
Yeah.
Sunday's cups are definitely 2 out of 3, but these are gonna be 3 out of 5.
Here we go. All right, so he is hovering over Sub-Zero as suspected, but will he stick with him?
I don't know. Oh man, this is so exciting.
Quan.
Now, here's the thing about Rio. Rio is playing recently Summoner Quan. However, he also has a Cassie. He also has a Sonya. So his options here, if he maybe wants to counterpick, if he doesn't do too well in this, we'll have to see.
First match, here we go.
Oh man, I know I keep saying this, but I'm extremely excited. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the very first week, the first match of the ESL MKX Pro League presented by Xbox is now.
Dodges that overhead there with the backdash. That was smart. Oh, first combo by WoundCowboy.
Catches him early, now pushing him towards the corner. This is exactly where Cowboy wants him.
Absolutely.
Oh, but backdashes.
He doesn't set up the ice cone in the corner, which I was expecting. But
And this is exactly what Cowboy has to do. If he wants to stop Rio, he cannot let him set up that bat. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for him to get in.
right, then he has to deal with those crazy mix-ups as well. The vortex for Quan Chi is impressive.
Absolutely. Nice blocks. Cowboy using that clone. Very nice. Catches Rio, and he's still keeping Rio in the corner.
So here we go. Ice clone again. He's got to make some guesses here. All right. Oh, opens him up again.
And here we go. This should be the end of this round, and it is. Cowboy looking very strong so far.
Huge life lead there.
But you cannot count out Quan Chi. This character, as soon as... Or Rio, exactly. Yeah. Nice neutral jump punch in the run.
Was so sick. He ran underneath him to put him back in the corner. Really smart stuff by Rio there.
Using the rune and the EX rune, that is safe on block, and he's actually at advantage, so it's very hard.
Nice.
And here we go.
Ro16. Puggles is out.
Big combo. Oh no, he drops it.
He dropped the combo.
It's okay. He's still got Cowboy in the corner, and this is still going to count.
Yeah, we're going to see it one more time.
Not going to see a break at all from Cowboy. That would be a waste of meter at this point. Oh, nice
wow.
slide.
Slides out. Smart stuff.
Unfortunately, does a raw freeze.
Then, yeah.
And that is unsafe. Unless the meter burn version is used.
Right,
oh.
Last round for this first game.
Neutral jump punch. No conversion. Can he get a trance off this? He misses. A lot
of respect right here.
A lot of respect from both players.
Definitely.
But Cowboy is not doing bad at all with Sub-Zero, and it's not that it's surprising, it's just it's not his style of character. It's very interesting to watch.
And like we talked about, Rio has a ton of sub experience.
Absolutely, but it could be that Cowboy's just playing the character a little differently than Tom.
Very true. So, he has a life lead right now. He has Rio in the corner, which is where he wants him.
Nice low, getting this combo.
Set that clone back up.
Oh, and that is punishable. Quan Chi can trance as soon as that clone is used, and we're seeing the vortex. Here we go. Caught in the blender. Can he get out?
Good
nice blocks. Wow. Cowboy, so impressive.
Really close first match. Just throws it out.
Rio just throws out the X-ray. That was so uncharacteristic, I want to say, of Rio to throw out an X-ray. Maybe he was expecting a clone. Maybe he was expecting an ice ball. I'm not sure. But
Perhaps.
the first set is going to go ahead and go to WoundCowboy. Now remember, Rio did actually win a preseason cup, beating Sonic Fox.
He's the only one.
He's the only one.
Besides Sonic Fox to win a preseason cup, absolutely.
So right now, very early on, WoundCowboy can actually be sending a message saying, hey, I can not only compete with Rio in this new MK, but I can also compete with Sonic Fox if I get to that point.
So, okay. Are we going to see a character switch here from Rio?
You know, I don't think Rio did poorly at all. The only thing that killed him was he did a few trances on block, which is very unsafe.
Right.
And he wasn't able to get out of the corner except one situation where he actually did, but he was mostly trapped in the corner. And this is exactly how this specific matchup, Quan Chi versus Sub-Zero, is going to be. Quan is going to want to keep Sub in the corner, and Sub, of course, is going to want to keep Quan in the corner.
Right. So it's a little positioning battle.
And WoundCowboy was winning the majority of those trades.
And when he was doing a great job of blocking the mix-ups as well. So
absolutely, that's very difficult to do. Oh, we see a variation switch. So now
Sorcerer.
Rio has gone for Sorcerer. Now those portals give different things. The green one is armor,
right,
and the other ones do different things as well for Quan Chi.
Right. There's a chip damage buff. There's a defense or a special buff.
Special buff versus his skulls as well as the chip damage.
So getting pushed to the corner right here, which is exactly where WoundCowboy wants him to be.
And hits him with the low.
Here we go.
And that's the problem with Sub-Zero. You respect his overhead so much because of the damage it does. It's very hard to block. And there it is.
Goes in with the overhead. I thought he was going to... So that's why he's not ice cloning all the time, because he's worried about that trance, obviously.
Yes.
Which is smart. Stuff.
Very smart from WoundCowboy.
Just opens up with the rune. Gets that armor up, but then immediately rushes out.
That was smart. Very smart from Rio. Now he's got Cowboy in the corner.
And he has armor.
And another overhead. This is dangerous. Now he doesn't have the added mix-ups of Puggles, but he still has quite a bit with meter.
Yeah.
Doesn't continue the combo. Nice mix-up.
Opens him up, drops it again. He armors out, puts Quan back in the corner.
Trying to poke his way out.
Good block
Smart
on that
stuff.
overhead. Good blocks again.
Now you see right there, Cowboy was expecting the EX rune, so he had to respect the fact that Rio had the option to do that.
Definitely.
That rune is safe on block. In fact, it's plus, and it gives quite a bit of mix-up opportunity for him.
This is the overhead. Gets the quarter combo.
Nice.
Trance.
Here we go. Right into the armor, and that is stuck. He is stuck in the corner. He cannot touch Quan because of the armor.
That's smart stuff right there by Rio.
Big combo opportunity, breaks it.
Breaks.
Smart break. He had to get rid of that right there and there.
Rio has a huge life lead right now.
And there's really not a lot that Cowboy can do until that is either run out or he's broken his armor with something. Nice neutral duck on the grab.
Oh, he still had that armor activated. He's like barely the back of his heel was touching that circle, but it still worked.
And the second set goes to Rio. This is exactly what I love about this game. He tried one variation that was very strong, maybe against other characters, other variations, and then he immediately went to a different variation that seems to be working out quite well for him.
Definitely, he took that match pretty convincingly. So WoundCowboy is really going to have to adapt here, unless of course, we could see a character switch or a variation switch from him as well.
Absolutely,
he has that option right now.
And I just really like that. This game promotes the fact that yes, your character may have an unfavorable matchup, but you will always have the option to stay within your character to overcome those bad matchups. That's what I really enjoy about MKX.
I think it's cool that we're seeing character specialists not play the same variation of the character. Like, for instance, Tyrant and CD Jr. Tyrant's using heavy weapons.
Tyrant's using heavy weapons, and we've been seeing Pumped Up from CD Jr. Shout out to those two players as well. Tyrant, who was a Fatal 8 participant.
Absolutely. And
SoCal
Junior, homeboy.
Absolutely. And Junior, who was a very good MK9 player in his own right. One of the best, in fact.
Definitely one of the best. And here we go. Last game right here for the set.
It's actually 1-1. Remember, these are best of 5s. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all right.
3 out of 5. The 2 out of 3 programmed.
And here we go. Nice. Gets caught, unfortunately, by the raw jump in. It's going to be nice damage and another setup opportunity for Wound.
Yeah, a lot of damage here from Wound. He's holding him in the corner. He's doing exactly what he wants to do right now. I mean...
Oh, wow. Rio just gets right out. Oh, went for the mix-up, raw throw, and that's the fear of facing Quan.
Good block right there. Oh, drops the overhead though. Goes for it again, doesn't work.
And now this entire match has just been in one corner.
Yeah, and they've just been trading places.
It's never really been mid-screen. It's never really been full screen. It's just been in the corner. Both players are adapting very well, though. And there we go.
Sets the armor up.
This is trouble for WoW now.
He's just going to zone.
Yeah, and he has limited options. And all this time, Rio is just building a very healthy amount of meter. He has a full bar, as you can see.
And that's when he decided to go in.
Absolutely. He can break. Why not?
Right. Take some risks. If he opens him up, he gets a full combo. If not, he can always break.
Getting pushed to the corner, but again, not too much of an issue as he can break. And nice.
Sets a portal.
Green is for armor. Now he's going to be able to... nice tech. That's the second time he's done that, and Cowboy has caught up on that. But you cannot hit him without breaking that armor.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to open him up when he's in that circle, but you know, how do you get him out?
Resetting, and there it is, the overhead. Wow, this is a troublesome matchup right now for WoW. He has not found out a way to deal with the armor.
And Rio's sitting on still
full meter.
Yeah, full bar meter.
Jumps over, beautiful, and he used a bar for that. This is going to be big damage for Rio. And another setup. Oh, beautiful neutral jump punch. He read that he wanted to get out of the corner.
Yeah, that was some nice stuff right there by Rio. Smart stuff, as we expected. WoW needs to make something happen here.
Oh, do you notice how he was blocking up low? He's trying to guess between the overhead and the low.
Yeah.
Nice block.
It's the air to
air. Oh, almost confirmed.
Convert it. Almost. It was very close, yeah. What's he going to do?
So right there, as soon as he hit that armor and you heard that, he needed to do more pressure if he could have, because that's the only way to stop Quan Chi when he has that green portal up. You have to break his armor. Or unfortunately, you're just left at his mercy to kind of deal with whatever he's doing.
Yeah, WoundCowboy did hit block as soon as he got that hit. I think he was probably worried about a counter poke.
Yeah. And that's something that you have to adapt to in this variation.
Definitely.
You know, and two completely different variations. I mean, Summoner was definitely more about getting the mix-up, getting the zoning from Puggles. And Sorcerer is just all about setting up your defense and literally just pressing the buttons you want to press without having to worry about getting punished.
Right, and Rio did a great job at that. He got portals up constantly.
Yes.
He was able to keep the corner pressure. He had some really good reads. So it's 2-1 right now.
And this next one, and remember, guys, this is single elimination.
Right,
so the loser of this does not get another opportunity to make it to that top 8 today. So Cowboy's got to do something. Maybe he has a different character. No, he's just sticking with
Stick to his guns. Yeah.
And I respect that. As a tournament player, you definitely don't want to switch, especially when he's doing fairly well. He won a set.
Right. I've seen that too many times where
yeah,
someone gets frustrated.
You kind of doubt yourself. You're like, man, should I just switch? Sometimes it's the right decision. Sometimes it's not. You know, it's
right.
A
well, at
slippery slope.
MIT, you look genius, but if it doesn't work, you're like, man, should have stuck to my main. So here we go.
Oh, nice raw overhead. And good confirm.
Definitely. It has such great range.
Early breaker. I like that.
That was nice.
I like that breaker because he wants to set the momentum. He does not want to play defense all game.
Man, he almost had the jump-in punch right there. That would have been full combo. He barely missed it. Rio was able to get the block out.
Nice blocks.
Really good defense here by Cowboy.
Unfortunately,
it gets opened up finally.
You cannot block forever.
Nope. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Like you said, you put enough pressure on someone for long enough.
They will crack.
Yeah. Or at least you'll eventually get them opened up.
Nice portal setup. Oh, right there. He should have got another hit. Unfortunately, he didn't. And now he's going to have to deal with that portal. Never mind. Never mind.
For the win. Round 2. So this is, if Rio takes this.
Smart use of that fireball to get rid of that ice clone. And this is, again, what we were talking about. Rio knows this matchup. He plays against Brady. He's very comfortable and familiar on how to deal with clones, how to deal with the corner game. And it's showing.
Definitely. And he went to that variation switch real quick. So he probably figured, we'll give Summoner a shot, but I know for sure that I can do just fine with Sorcerer.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the beauty. You know what's funny is I almost feel like the character that Wound should be playing because of his playstyle in past games is actually Quan Chi.
Really?
More of the zoning, you know what I'm saying? He has kind of the zoning stuff. He has some of the up-close pressure, excuse me.
Yeah. Quan Chi has a lot of tools in this game.
Has to break. He's on the verge of getting eliminated. Can WoundCowboy make something happen?
It's pretty close still. He can.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was close.
Doesn't get the punish. Unfortunately, even if he did get the punish, it would have been a breaker.
And that's it.
Wow. amazing stuff to MK Rio.
Definitely a really strong start from WoundCowboy.
Absolutely, right out of the gate.
And the fatality.
Yeah, right out of the gate, you know, Wound was trying to send a message saying, you know what, I don't care about your character. I'm going to do whatever I can to win. And he was, for the most part, dominating that first set. Rio had to make the switch, but once Rio went to the Summoner variation is when we started to notice that, excuse me, the Sorcerer variation is when we started to notice that Cowboy was having trouble adapting to that.
And he wasn't able to. He definitely did better in that last game.
Yes.
But it just wasn't enough time for him to adapt. Rio honestly played really smart.
Yes.
You know, he got the mix-ups, he opened them up, and he got the damage, you know.
And unfortunately, yeah, Cowboy was unable to do that. In that first set, we actually had Rio decided to X-ray.
Right.
From almost full screen.
That's an interesting choice.
I wasn't quite sure what was going on there. I thought maybe he just tried to...
Maybe it was a read. He was
maybe it was a read. He was expecting an ice clone or something, but... Right here, we see that Cowboy was actually very dominant in the corner. Once he had Rio in the corner, he was just absolutely destroying him. But and then we have the swap. You know, once Rio got Cowboy in the corner, it was more or less the same. And it's very difficult in this variation specifically with that green portal, with the armor. You cannot punish him.
Yeah, it's so hard.
In that case, Quan Chi can be even more unsafe than he already is sometimes without using any of the meter burn runes to just impose his will.
Right, and open you up and get a full combo, then reset the whole situation all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty tricky stuff right there from Rio. Really smart play. Definitely.
Oh, man. So I want to say great stuff, obviously, to Wound.
Definitely
played well. I hope to see him again next week. Congratulations to Rio, who will be moving on to the top 8.
Right.
Which is going to be very exciting. So, guys, make sure you follow us on Twitter at ESL Mortal Kombat as well as at NetherRealm and on Facebook, and send us your tweets. Let us know what you thought of the match. Let us know who your favorites are.
Right.
And, you know, who you're expecting to possibly be in the top 3. I want to know. Send me tweets. We want to know. And when we return, we will finally be in Week 1 of Top 8 here at ESL MKX Pro League, presented by Xbox. Stay tuned, guys.